Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Trista of Tried and True by Trista. And what we like to do here are some crafty DIYs. I try to make them really simple for you. We do some product reviews and some shopping. Like to go shopping, mainly for craft supplies. Anyway, so today I wanted to share with you a little project that I made that I thought would be perfect for Easter. And here it is. It's the little gingham bunny. And this was inspired by something that I actually saw on Hobby Lobby, but it wasn't in my local store and it wasn't available for ship. But I thought it was so cute and it would just be fun for Easter. I actually had everything that I needed for this. So it's definitely what I would call a make it for less. I will say that some of it was in our craft haul that I showed you earlier last week. So anyway, let's get in and I'll show you how to make this from this. Okay, so I started with a large sheet of stiff felt. These are those sheets that are about 12 by 24, I think. And as you can see, I just freehand drew some bunny ears. You could do this on your silhouette and make them absolutely perfect. I just don't like to get my silhouette out that often, so went ahead and just freehand drew them. Used the first one as a template for the second one, and just used some pencil to mark my spots. So once I cut them out, I kind of trimmed up the edges and made sure that they were kind of bunny-ish looking, I guess you could say. But you have a lot of flexibility here, so you can change them and just keep trimming until you get it right. Okay, so this is a piece of, I guess it's like a fat quarter. I got this at Dayso. You can see it in my haul that I did earlier this month. And it is just this really cute black and white cotton gingham, and it's a really nice size. And so I laid that down to try and get an idea of the biggest size that I would use for the interior of the ears. So again, I'm not a whole lot on measuring. I would rather just sort of do it and go. So my theory on this was I was gonna try and make the gingham at least as big as the ears and then just start trimming it until I got it to the size I wanted to on the inside. So you can kind of see I folded over the fabric so that I could get two pieces that were exactly the same size. And because my ears were the same, because I used one as a template for the other, I knew that this would fit. So then I just started trimming away. And you could use the gingham as lines, you know, to kind of know what size you want. This was too big for me. I didn't like it to be quite that long inside the ear. So put them back together, made sure they matched up perfectly. And then I just started giving it another little haircut until I just felt like it was the right size. So this size I liked. Now I got out some of this Sew No More. I haven't ever used this. It's from Singer, and it's basically fabric glue, I think. But because I was using felt and fabric, I thought, well, this should hold it pretty well. So again, first time using it, I put a paper towel under it just in case there was any seepage through, because I didn't want to make a huge mess. So put a few strips of it on there, laid it on top of the felt, and pressed it down. You know, it stuck pretty well right away, and for this project, it dried very quickly. I was able to use the ears right away. I didn't have to like sit and wait to use them. There was no dry time at all. And it actually didn't bleed through the fabric either. So I kind of like this product. I'll use it again for sure. So those are my ears, and I made sure to get it along the edges so that I could get the glue all the way to the end, and so it wouldn't curl. I didn't want the gingham to curl on the edges. Okay, so now you could use some wooden dowels. I just didn't have any available right now, so I got a couple of green drinking straws that I had. And so I kind of measured it with a bucket to see how tall I wanted them to be in case I wanted to trim the ears, or not trim the ears, trim the straws to fit in there. So these, again, I didn't use any kind of ruler or anything. I just went ahead and freehanded it. All right, so this is some boxwood. It's actually garland, like a boxwood garland that I had. And I got this from Oriental Trading. eons ago, and it's wired, so you can see I'm struggling a little bit to get it cut. I didn't really realize that it was wired, so I probably would have used something else to cut it. But anyway, so now that I had this big piece, and I knew that I wanted it in a ball, so I just sort of started rolling it. And as you can see, I just rolled it, and then kind of tucked it in to create that round shape. Now, eventually I was able to just do that and like shove it into the bucket, and it worked out just fine. I actually did take this out and add some floral wire just to kind of make sure it didn't unravel. So you don't actually see that on here, but I did go back and do that. So there's a little hack that you could do, but you could also just do it this way as well. Or if you had a boxwood ball, you could put that on a wooden dowel with some floral foam in the bottom of the bucket and go from there. I was just going for speed here. Grab some of my favorite Offray ribbon, and this is, just a pretty black and white. I guess it's maybe 1.5 inches. Probably about 1.5 inches wide. And this particular bucket was taller in the back than it was on the front, so that gave me a little bit of a challenge trying to get it to line up exactly right. But I liked the black and white ribbon on here rather than the jute. I thought it just dressed it up a little bit more, especially with the gingham. If I did it again, I probably wouldn't make the knot and then the bow, just because I don't like that double kind of knot in there, but it's fine. And so trimming the edge, because I had a little bit too much ribbon, and then I did add just a dot of hot glue so that it wouldn't slip down, because the bucket, like I said, it was off. The back was taller than the front. So then I just put in my little ears that were on the straws and fluffed it out a little bit. And voila, all done.